Yes, so I got this off Amazon for about 20 bucks a few months ago. And for something of this size, for this much metal, I had very, very low expectations for 20 bucks. And let me just be honest right from the start. I mean, what this is all about, what this knife is all about. This is a poser knife. That's what it's intended to be. And that's not a bad thing, necessarily. It's intended to be something really cheap that folks on a low budget, who mostly, for the most part, don't know about knives, can get and be like, ha, I've got a big old knife. Look at that. Stone washed. It's kind of dark. It's got a lot of weight to it. It flicks open. Yeah, and it's like a cleaver. And it's a folder. I can hold it in my pocket. And I can just whip this out and be like, yeah, look at me. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have something that looks cool. Not everybody needs to be some super knife enthusiast who's capable of forging their own knife to have the right to own a knife. I'm an amateur, totally an amateur with knives. And, so I can respect the amateur hobbyist end of things, and even folks who aren't interested in knives as a hobby. So with that context, let me tell you what I think about this knife. First of all, the build quality is way better than I expected for 20 bucks. There's a little bit of play side to side in the blade. You really have to work at it to get to it. It's tightened down well enough. They actually do have ball bearings in there. Thrust bearings, I think they call them. One at the top, one at the base. And it opens smoothly. The overwhelming attribute of this knife is weight. The whole thing together weighs just shy of 12 ounces. We're talking about 3/4 of a pound in a knife with a 4.5-inch blade. You'll see this listed various places, or knives like this or from the same manufacturer with different marketers. You'll see them listed as huge 9.5-inch knife, huge 10-inch knife, huge 10.5-inch knife, and then they'll round that up and say huge 11-inch cleaver folding. The blade length itself is 4.5 inches, but that's a lot of weight, and you can see that they left a lot of material out of the handles to try to reduce it, but it's still handle heavy. The blade thickness is good, but it's still handle heavy. But that's good. It's better to be handle heavy than blade heavy, especially selling to folks who are less likely to know how to handle a knife, because the more of the total weight you have in the handle, the less likely it is to get away from you. And you know what? The ergonomics are actually pretty good for chopping here. They've got this nice increase in size towards the butt end, and it just really helps to hold the hand quite far away, so you can get some nice leverage, some nice swing in there, and you can also still choke up if you want. The flipper turns into a very nice finger guard, and you've got the very long cut in here, the scalloping basically, that I don't know if this was intentional, but gives you behind the thumb jimping, or in front of it I guess, gives you another good spot to hold on if you want to get up close and just trim a nail or something like that with this. So I can't complain anything about the quality of this from the factory. Okay, so 440 stainless. They don't even tell you what 440 stainless. You can just expect this to be mystery metal. But I am quite certain that this is hardened, at least, whatever the base material is. It's hardened, has that more brittle, kind of higher pitched tone to it. And I did sharpen the thing. I actually reprofiled both sides of the edge completely. It came from the factory decently sharp, like sharp enough for something of this price and construction, but it was not aligned properly. It wasn't balanced. It had about a 20-degree angle on one edge and like a 17-degree angle on from the other side. And so I just made it 18 all the way across. And you can see that, there's not a lot of depth there. For an 18-degree on either side, 36-degree total edge, it has not exposed a lot. So this hollow grind that they have here is actually pretty well chosen, that you can get something that's that thin and then put like a 20-degree micro edge on it. It's just constructed well. It's designed well. I've got a sheet of paper over here. You know, I just recently stropped this down and everything. But I mean, you know, it's going through this like it's not even there. That was my fault right there. But yeah, like it's not even there. This is pretty good stuff. I touched it up after doing a. I mean, I don't know white isn't the greatest idea, but you get the idea. I touched it up after doing a little bit of chopping. Seems to hold up pretty well. Overall, I feel like you get an excellent job or an excellent deal here, and the company, the manufacturer, whoever they are, have done an excellent job of providing something that's actually pretty high in quality for the price. It's not some high-tech powder-based metallurgy steel. I'm pretty confident of that, but for $20 you get a lot of metal here. You get good construction that I feel confident about. You get something that looks cool, that makes you look bad, but that probably won't kill you on accident from failing or from being so dull that you have to use too much force trying to cut through the simplest of things. This is actually pretty cool.